Get out my business. Nani? Okay.
Nafi jumps on. All right, guys. Hey, how you doing? My name's Heero. That's Eric. We're the amalgamation of the Identity Booth. We are going to talk about Lil Nas X versus Nike versus every body who doesn't know how to mind their own goddamn business. Eric, have you seen this video?
Oh, I watched it in its entirety.
All right, we're gonna show a little bit of this without the audio. Just yeah, we can show visual.
Are you speeding it up? You can
Yeah.
speed it up.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's go 1.25 and turn the audio off.
Yeah, and our objective here is to give everyone. I'm gonna show the part that everyone's complaining about more so, right? Because we can all talk about we'll talk about the meanings and everything that has to do with this. But ultimately, we're gonna have to come to terms on something. Eric, before we jump into this Lil Nas X thing, what is your feeling on art? When people just create something that causes controversy and they call it art, what is your whole feel on that?
I love it. Listen, Kanye said it best, man. You gotta. And me and Marco have this conversation all the time. I hope he's on here. You gotta be provocative. You gotta say the things that stir people up. You gotta do the things that stir people up. Lil Nas wants to have a conversation, and he's telling you very clearly what conversation he wants to have. Everybody loved Old Town Road until he came out and told everybody that he liked boys, and then it was an issue. You know who else they did that to? Frank Ocean. How many people know that Frank Ocean is a jam? Every project he put out is a press play situation. Love it. Love Frank Ocean, but you know what happened? He got ostracized. He got absolutely ostracized. Now he puts his music out in secret. Not that many people know unless they follow him, know that he's putting out music. Like the whole Lil Nas X situation. First of all, like the name alone, Lil Nas X. I'm like, are you Nasir Jones? No, you're not Nasir Jones. You like Nas and you like Malcolm X, I guess. But anyway, the video, I watched it. It was meant to rile people up, and I think he was very successful at it. So
the Streisand effect is a real life thing, and there's a lot of like conservative people who are talking about this, and this happens, and this isn't exclusive to Lil Nas X, but this is happening with Lil Nas X more so because of just the type of person he is. He's gay and he's black, period. The things that are comparable to this, and this is why it's not just always coming down to a racial issue, but the gender issue. This happens with the Call of Duties. I play Call of Duty games all the time. You don't see me out here gunning people down. I also play Super Smash Brothers, but I don't go around home run batting people off the edge of the map until they explode into a bunch of pixels. It just doesn't happen. So when people,
we might need to do that with some people.
I mean, it's not above reproach, that's for sure. But the fact is, this outcry of what about the children? Biggie and Tupac have said worse things in their lyrics than Lil Nas X has ever done in this song. Marilyn Manson literally had a video where he exorcised every nun and pastor that ever sat quietly while they abused children. Like, it's just crazy to me the amount of effort we put into this livelihood to try and ostracize or point out sin in one person without understanding without sin we can't speak on shit, right? So let's look at this segment, because this is the most important segment, and it's the one that's driving a few people insane, I think.
About strange things are happening to me. Strange things are happening to me. Ain't no doubt about it. Oh, and let me tell you about strange things are happening to me. Strange
so much. There's so much here, and there's so much there. A lot of people don't understand the video. Based on what Lil Nas explained to us, is this is a response to how people made him feel, how he was excited about coming out and doing his thing, and that he was going to be accepted. And then people just got completely overwhelmed by the fact that he slid down a strip. One, I just got to give the dude props. Yo, his form is pretty damn good. He got down that goddamn pole with like a champ. If you had to pick anything to complain about or be upset about, it's really bad CGI. I don't like bad green screen effects. He definitely has the money to make that look way better. He needs to turn down the shading.
Maybe he didn't.
He has the money. It's Lil Nas X. That Old Town Road is the banger of the summer. Is that money from that song could last him a lifetime. But like, I think a lot of people take situations where people are just being free and they get upset. Mm-hmm. And there's something if an educated black man is dangerous to society, if a woman, a highly educated woman is dangerous, the second most dangerous thing for a black person to wield that other people in our society don't want us to have is freedom. Will Smith, Jada and Jada's children, Willow and what's his name? And Jaden. Those two kids are free, and they are constantly being picked at and probed because of their freedom. Lil Nas X is a free dude, and he loves it, and he's using this hate for the Streisand effect 110%. But I just don't understand what the problem is in this. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. I don't know.
Here's the problem. He's smarter than all of his detractors. That's the only problem that he has. He knew doing something like this was going to stir up controversy and get people talking. And people talking positively and negatively about it, it is still publicity, and it's still running the check up for him. Because if people are like, man, oh my God, that Lil Nas X video. Hey, bro, how many views does that video have?
This video currently, as of right now, has 46 million views. 2 million likes.
Mission accomplished.
160,000 dislikes, and it just got 200 million one and 733 likes.
Exactly, and it's got 2.1 million thumbs up and 160,000 thumbs down, but it's got 46 million views, and this is mission accomplished. This video will get 100 million by the middle of April.
Oh no, absolutely. Ultimately, he's getting money, but I think if we're going to add some nuance to this, let's then talk about Nike suing the shoemaker of it's
a third-party private label shoemaker.
Yeah. So, if you don't know, along with this music video, a shoe came out with it. I didn't know that. I am a person who loves Air Max, the 95 and the retro editions 227, which are the version of this, and the Air Max 2017 editions. I love them to death. If I ever see any of them out in the wild, I buy them regardless of like price. I love these shoes. And this style is super dope to me because it's the red black officials. The only difference from the red black officials I have is that their lines alternate in red and black. These shoes sold out in less than 1 minute. So I was just like, damn, that must be fine. But the controversy behind this is that, the third-party seller, because the misconception is that Nike is suing Lil Nas. No, Nike's suing this person who sold those shoes. And this person is notorious for getting ultra rare shoes and then customizing them for celebrities. And sometimes the celebrity will ask to have 1 or 2 extra pairs made. Mm-hmm. And the deal is that he gets to sell those super rare shoes, and the drop is kind of coincides with each other. So like he makes these designer shoes for celebrities and then drops like 100 pairs or whatever. But like Nike's now kicking back. And I don't think Nike's going to be on the right side of this, because they're folding under what I like to call fake hate, because a bunch of people complaining about the blood and the design of the shoe would have never bought this shoe regardless.
Or does it have to do with that at all? I mean, look at the color of Lil Nas X's hair in the video was red. What did he have on? Black thigh high boots, and his black trunks with the skulls on them. What color was Satan? Red with black suspenders, black pants, and a black.
But the devil exists anyway, so like that's why I think like they're making a hubbub about this for no reason. The devil and the imagery of the devil has always existed. So unless they're saying they're never gonna make red and black shoes again, why even pay this any mind? Why give the conservative outrage any fuel? Because they've been on the opposite side of conservative hate fuel in the past with Colin Kaepernick. And while these are two different situations based off by design, I just don't see the benefit for them in this.
I mean, they just don't want to be associated. Number one. Number two, they're upset that somebody owned their shoe. Listen, if I buy your shoe, I own it. If I modify my shoe and then somebody buys it from me, that's not my problem. Because if that's the case, then we need to get rid of what is it? StockX needs to go. Poshmark needs to go. eBay, Facebook Marketplace.
Every private gun seller has to go.
Nah, it's just for Nikes. Let's just talk about Nikes. Okay. What about all the people who customize shoes? If Nike's gonna single this group out, then it needs to go after everybody. You need to really, really, really go after all the third-party resellers who modify your shoes and then sell them. That's their business. If I bought your sneaker, I modified it and I sold it, and people paid the marked up price for your shoe, that sounds like you problem, not a me problem. And you trying to sue me because of all the outrage. I mean, what's your problem, Nike? Are you homophobic? Are you xenophobic? What's going on?
And that's ultimately what it comes to. When you yield to a bunch of when you yield to this type of stuff, it just opens up a bunch of doors you don't want to open. So it's like, okay, if we find out that the Grinch is really bad, you don't want to make any green shoes, and if someone sells a picture with the Grinch on your shoes, you gonna flip out? Like, let's not, ultimately, I think the notes that I wrote down for this is, why do you care? Lil Nas X will never pay any of your bills. Lil Nas X will never be the person to turn off your light bill. He's not the person holding on to your stimulus check. Why? Why is this the top of your list of things to be concerned about? Why do you feel the need to be oppressed by the freedom of a black man? Why? Whatever happened to just minding your goddamn business? How about that?
Yeah.
It's free.
Shout out to the comment section. Somebody says they're Nike. They're just trying to get back the people they lost with the Colin K thing.
Hey, like, Twisted, you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. This everything in the universe has to be balanced. Thanos. But I think, and also as a person who creates art, I'd be damned if somebody, criticizes my art. You can criticize my art, but you're not going to criticize me as the artist for creating that art. No matter what it is, it could be racist, it could be homophobic. I'll defend your right to do that. But you also have to be prepared to handle the consequences of that. And in a situation like this where he's hurting nobody, hey, mind your goddamn business. It's free.
You know what this reminded me of, though? This picture right here reminds me of something Andre 3000 would have done.
You know what? It's not far off.
No, Andre 3000 has literally put on what we consider weird clothes, wigs similar to that, painted his face up, painted his nails black. Nobody said nothing to Andre 3000. Not a goddamn thing. Lil Nas X gets up here and does this. Is it because he was grinding on Satan? He was and he put Luke 10:18. I seen Satan fall as lightning from the heavens. Is that what the controversy really is? Because if that's it, so what? Listen, even if the boy does worship Satan, what do it matter to you? What does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, all this stuff is really, it's just much ado about nothing. These people just need something to be upset and to talk about because their life is absolutely miserable.
Yeah. when the pandemic's over and you can leave the house, then they can go outside.
Oh, it's Texas. It's Texas. The pandemic was over on, a couple weeks ago. We don't got no pandemic no more.
But anyway, that's our perspective on it. That's our
that heavy sigh.
Just because you know me, like in my mind, it's just like we're talking about this because of an algorithm. But we're actually talking about it because the algorithm dictates it to us because a bunch of outraged people like Candace Owen and the likes and the luts of those.
Hold on. Candace Owen was upset with this?
Yes. You can't be surprised by that. You can't be surprised about that, bro.
What was her deal?
It's ruining the alpha male culture, or it's a bad message to send to the kids.
Listen, I get it. I understand. If you're so concerned about the image of black men, maybe you should have married one, and that's all I got to say about that.
Ooh, Eric, I didn't even know you was gonna take that route. I did not know you woke up and chose violence today. Eric, where can they find us?
Listen, well, first of all, let me just say, Candace Owens, if you want to smoke, you can come right on over here and find it with your boy. Number one, number B. Just need to come over here and make sure it's YouTube. Hit that subscription bell. Make sure all the post notices are on. Hit that thumbs up. Go down in the description. Hit that. Well, we don't got an Amazon link anymore. Jeff Bezos hates us. He mad because people that look like us are trying to get some unionization and whatnot. In Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and whatnots. But anyway, that's all fun and games. Most seriously, though, make sure you go down and hit that Endurance 24. We got the Endurance 24 challenge coming up. We got the GoFundMe there. We got Altenberg and Russo, coaches from TF North High School. They're doing 24 miles in 24 hours to raise money for their graduating seniors. Man, it's going to be super, super dope. So if y'all haven't donated, man, please go over and donate. And if you got a little extra change, man, don't do nothing strange with it. Just go put it in the bucket for the little kids.
But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line, and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down, and we can catch the vibes.